Absolutely.
How many people? Don't you feel like stepping your foot? Snapping your fingers.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so very much, Ann.
So I'm going to invite Tim and Lynn to come up because I believe they're going to talk about songs and how to collaborate together. And then we'll hear from Songbird.
Hello, hello. And so, thank you, Janet, for inviting us. I wanted to thank Dottie for being able to collaborate with Tim because she kept urging me to come to the ordinations. And I hadn't really connected with Tim and his gifts, but I had a dream about it being important to music ahead of time. So we talked and we found out that he had, although he's a composer and has done much of his own work, he did have music, some music without lyrics, and I had lyrics without music. So that's what we've been working on, and we will have a video of all of our songs that you can hear afterwards. I illustrated them, and it's culminated recently with Dr. Henry Louis Gates of Public Television reaching back to us and saying that our song on civil rights is a treasure and that he was really moved. So it's just coming out of...
Can we get applause for that?
Yes.
Wow. He is such a wonderful human being.
Yes.
Love watching him. Thank you.
Yes. So for me, I'm a writer otherwise, and my book, Born in Berkeley series, is being republished in Los Angeles this next week. And so writing comes more naturally to me, but I think our creative gifts, which we all have, help us be co-creators with the divine. We're co-creators, whether that's woodwork or cooking or the loving healing we do, we are co-creators. For me, words come clairaudiently. I start to hear words. And being a kid in the post-Beat generation tradition, I learned trust what comes to you, flow with it. We have a great composer here, Janet, a great artist who does that as no other. So for when I was given his music to listen to, I meditated, tried to be empathetic to what was maybe his journey in writing it, and the words eventually came. So we're going to listen to Tim's original song with some lyrics added called Listening Within. If you'd like to see the illustrations, you can also see it fully illustrated there.
Yeah, in fact, we'll be playing a playlist of all of the videos we've created over the past 5-6 months.
Yeah.
Alone, but not alone. I listen to the wind outside, tapping on the window, turning me within. Brave each day with more to come. I wonder when it ends now. My dreams of glory sifting by, I dreamed her coming near but staying far to tantalize my eyes, while I do my best for everyone in these hard times. Keep still with the wind outside, keep the faith before dawn's light. Brave the day till hope comes to greet us. turn within the silence, diving deep in night's embrace, I prophesize. Can it be, oh, can it be, my vision of a dream comes? With compassion I go on, I can live on. And keep still with the wind outside, keep faith in dawn's light. Brave days and hope will come if we let her. If we let her. If we let her. If we let her. By listening with.
Great.
Magnificent!
Good part of the collaboration there.
Thank you, thank you.
So,
Now I can start.
well, like Lynn mentioned, our paths had briefly crossed several times in the past few decades, but we never actually got to know each other until she was invited to be one of the ministers at the ministerial graduation last August.
We had crossed paths with a group called the Family of Man. I was involved in it,
And my mother was deeply involved in it as
And he-
well.
and they had a reunion. We crossed paths at Tom Gary's CIG in passing.
Yeah.
It was Dottie who opened the door to collaborating. Creative things happen at the Center for Creative Living.
Yeah, that reminds me of what my teacher, Dr. J. Scott Neal, always explained. When you're ready to learn something new, have a new experience, that's when the teacher always finds you. When you're ready to grow, for example, in music, the collaborator tends to find you in ways you never expected. So that's the metaphysical lesson there. And when we were getting to know each other and exploring our common past, Lynn sent me this, and she was getting to know that I was a musician and had several songs up on Broad Jam. She had a set of lyrics, actually a poem, which she said has been wanting to become a song for the past 10 plus years.
Yeah.
So I took that as, okay, let's see what we can do here.
After Joe died, my husband, I got invited through someone in the support group to start singing, which I didn't do. I had a much lower voice, thought I couldn't sing, but I had a lot of fun with it. And one of the country singers, the late Bobby Gray, whose memorial Janet coincidentally did, was someone who inspired me. And he was kind of a hillbilly country person, and I was more of a Berkeley person, and he'd say, if I bring you along, make sure you don't tell them you were born in Berkeley. So I spun up with a fictional song where two people are very different. But
based
through
on-
the grief process, they get to connect.
Yeah. But the characters are based on Lynn and Bob.
Parts of it, yeah, parts of it. And it's through the arts that we can bridge the deep divisions that our country has. Joan is writing now in a writing group I facilitate. She's a fabulous artist too. And it's interesting because people can be very different in politics, different in religion, but creativity, telling a story, brings our hearts together.
So this story is sort of an
Oh,
analogy of that. Yeah,
I have a peace symbol for this.
so we're gonna do this song in
He's the
character.
hillbilly, and I've got the peace symbol.
She was a hippy dippy, I was a hilly billy. They say these times never think as one. I grew up south with okey dokies. She hung around with smoky dopies. Burning draft cards was their idea of fun. Now it took a lifetime till tears brought the right time for what they said could never be done. When this hippy dippy and this hilly billy, after all was said and done, were one. She would have run from this square man, this too short hair man. And if I'd known her then I might have run and got my gun. So we each took our own ride and stayed on our own side till fate took a turn and made us one. It took a lifetime till tears brought the right time for what they said could never be done. When this hippy dippy and this hilly billy, after all was said and done, were one. It was the year she lost her husband, the same year I lost my wife. For both of us the lonely tears had blotted out the sun. Then I met her in a place where the grieving have their say. Saw her golden hippie hair with silver shades of gray. She put her head on my shoulder and just let me hold her. And in that second all of our difference washed away. Then the hippie and the okie knew sorrow brings tomorrow, and how the good Lord will always make a way. Now the hippie and the okie sing love songs by moonlight, with groovy country songs, together in the sun. And the hippie and the okie write love songs together, and a new understanding has begun. But it took a lifetime till tears brought the right time for what they said could never be done. When that hippy dippy and this hilly billy, after all was said and done, were one.
Oh, yay! Oh, that's fantastic.
Thank you, and we've written 7, and you can hear all of them. And then I painted the pictures and he inserted them, so we have music videos, non-monetized, and we just hope you'll send them out to friends.
And if you want to watch a playlist
It'll
sampling
be
them,
playing right
we'll
after.
play it right after.
Yes. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. All right, Songbird, you're up.
That's Minister Songbird.
Exactly.
Minister Songbird.